CHAP tales. Don't you wanna hear some CHAP tales? Hey, how you doing? And here's another CHAP tale. Okay. So this little story is about a time when I went to see Oasis play. It was me, Jamie Nicholas, a fella called Ricky, and Tony Meatbone, I think, maybe even Robert Wren. But so Jamie had got hold of these backstage passes and, you know what I mean, the works to see Oasis. So I had to have one off him. So we all met up at the Talio, which is now no longer there, across the road from the Forum in Kentish Town. I met there at, like, I don't know, when the pub opened, 11, don't know, whatever. Sat outside in the garden because it was a nice hot sunny day, and we had a couple of beers. Then the old taxi turned up, like a people carrier thing, turned up to take us to Milton Keynes Bowl. So went up there, travelled up there, nice. Stopped off at a Services, got some more beers from the Services, which is a bit mental, getting beer on a motorway Services. Obviously the driver weren't drinking none of it, but we was drinking quite a lot of it. So we carried on, got to the bowl, went into the backstage bit, and I had a couple more drinks and that. And then, do you know what? I can't even remember who supported Oasis, but I think I liked them. You have to look it up as well when it was, but I don't know, 2000 and don't know. Obviously, they split 2009, so it was before that anyway. So we went backstage, had a few beers, went out the front, and a couple of our other pals, Rachel Parrott, Terry McQuaid, and I can't remember who else, but there was a couple of others come met us there. So we're all backstage, a lot of us. Terry McQuaid sorted out the tickets. We had to give him quite a bit of money for them, which weren't great, but I suppose it was worth the experience. Watched Oasis, going mental, like in the pit. It was just amazing. Like, and then backstage, the nightclub, I think it's called Lily White's, had sort of put the backstage bar and everything together, so it was all mental in there. Like, so after Oasis had finished, we was backstage drinking, we was getting quite out of it. Then Jamie said, yeah, let's go back to mine. I said, sweet. So we had the cab coming for us as well. So we had to get a move on to where we was meeting the driver. And then at that point, I got lost from the others. And it was mad because it was like pitch black by this time. And this is really when, like, my eyesight used to, like, I knew it was bad. I was a blind man. So I was in the car park, and I was just wandering around, like, bumping into cars, bumping into people. I was getting quite worried, actually, because I was all the way in Milton Keynes, and I just thought to myself, if I don't get in this sherbet, I do not know how I'm getting home. I probably would have just gone and slept under a tree or something and tried to work it out in the morning, you know what I mean, in the daylight and that. But anyway, so we're there. I've got my blower out, and I'm trying to call Jamie, trying to call Meatbone and Ren, and no one's answering. And I was just like, this is just my worst nightmare. And then I rang Jamie again, and he's answered. He's like, Chapman, where are you, mate? I was like, Jay, I'm in the car park, and I do not know where I'm going, mate. So Jamie said, look up. There's a big lit up, I don't even know what it was, some sort of archway or something. I don't know if that was the entrance to the car park. I ain't got a clue, but I could see it. And he was like, we are standing under that. And I'm not joking, it was half a mile away, but I was just like, Jay, you got to wait for me, brother. He said, all right, hurry up, I'll get the cab to wait, because they had the cab pulled over on the motorway or an A road or something on the old hard shoulder and that. So I trudged through this car park, And still, honestly, I was bumping into everything. Not only was I blind, I was a bit drunk as well. And it was just, it was quite scary for me. It was like proper, anyway, I just carried on. And in the end, I got there and they had waited for me. And I see, like, at the bottom of this hill, the cab waiting, like, meat bone hanging out of it, going, Chapman, come on. So I went down the hill and jumped in the sherbet and we drove back to Jamie's house and then, well, let's just put it like this, the night got mental. I don't think I slept for like 48 hours. It was mad. It was like when we got to Jamie's, his power, I'm saying his name's Ricky and I'm probably wrong, but we'll go with Ricky anyway. He was like, I'm going to go home because I'm knackered, boys, you know what I mean? We was like, sweet, all right, come back tomorrow or whatever, and we'll meet up again or whatever. And he's like, yeah, all right, mate, sweet. So he's gone home, and then we've just been on it all night, like got Oasis videos playing on the telly non-stop. We've just got so much alcohol. Jamie, we must have got it in before we left or something, because there wouldn't have been a shop open at that time. That would have been a nightmare trying to find a shop that's selling alcohol at like silly o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we was just like getting right on it. It was nuts. And so I don't know, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, lunchtime, 12, something like that. And then there's a knock on the door, like, and one of us opened it, and it was this Ricky, and he's like, are you lot not been home? And we was like, nah, mate, we're still going, do you know what I mean? Like, and he's like, fucking hell, you lot are nuts. And I was just like, you know what I mean? When Oasis sets you up for a mental night, you're going to be going until you can't go no more. And I think that probably would have been the next morning. Saying that, I was a bloody lightweight and people could just carry on into the next day. Usually I used to do like my little escape route. The amount of times, like, it was funny because Jamie used to always lock his door with like the bolt. And once you was in. And I can remember, I don't know if it was this time, but no, it weren't this time, it was another time, but I was like, I can't go home, I'm out of it, I need to just go home to bed. Like, and Jamie wouldn't give keys out to no one, that was it, once you was in. And I thought, he was telling me he's got to like one of the rooms in his house and just go to sleep in one of the beds, and I thought, that's not good, because people that go sleep in Jamie's house get Tabascoed. And that's another story. But this one evening, like, at the top of his stairs, he had this little window, and if you opened it and climbed out of it, or it might have been from his bathroom, no, it's top of the stairs. Yeah, there's a little window. We climbed out of it, and then there was like his shed roof is like just outside the window, and then you had a bit of a drop, like, I don't know, it weren't that high, 6-7 foot. But I remember this time I just opened that window, climbed out the window, dropped down off the shed roof, and then walked home, which was just across the road. But yeah, that was funny, like people saying like, where's Chapman? Where's Chapman? I was in my bed where no Tabasco was coming my way. No, yeah, I just thought a little bit of a mental time at an Oasis concert. There's plenty of mental times we had at Oasis concerts. Yeah, love the band. All right, nice one. Hope you've enjoyed this little sweet and short chat towel, but nice. See you soon. Chat tales. Don't you wanna hear some chat tales?